Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Nintendo channel. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Iron Crypticle for the Nintendo Switch. So, for those of you that don't know, Iron Crypticle is a top-down twin-stick shooter slash bullet hell where basically you're going through these layers and, these floors of a dungeon. And each floor has about, I'd say, 5 to 6 rooms that you can traverse. You can choose which order you go in them. And you're basically, at the end of them, you fight a boss. You go down a floor, fight a boss, go down a floor. It's almost like a typical formula that you've seen. But I really did find the game was actually really fun, surprisingly. So you can pick between these different knights at the beginning of the game. It's not very clear if they have different stats or not. I'm not sure. But as you play the game and you're killing enemies, you are gaining different statistics. You're getting these items that could either make you faster or shoot a different type of weapon. And I actually really like the weapon variety in the game. So you'll go from shooting like these little just like spears to end up shooting these like arrows that go in multiple places to having like spread shots. So I really did enjoy the weapon variety in the game. Pixel art's not bad. I mean, it's very typical art style. I hate when modern games do that thing where they have borders on the side. Like, if you're making a new game in 2019, don't have the borders on the side. Like, I get it if you were made in 1992, but not in 2019. So, yeah, I mean, what's cool about the game is it never feels too punishing. Like, it feels challenging, but doesn't feel too punishing. Like, you really can, plus you have difficulty options. So, when you're in the room, even if it is a bullet hell, it never feels like you're screwed because the game is a little slow, and that's for better or for worse. So, when I say slow is like a lot of the bullets will come to you a little slower than I'd expect. Your character moves slower. The game just feels a little slow, which is not something I like because as someone who actually likes twin stick shooters and these bullet hell games, I want to be fast. I want to be able to like move around like crazy, chain combos and stuff like that. But the lower speed at least makes it so that you can control yourself more, make better, smarter decisions, and choose your positioning well and everything. So that's another part of it that I really enjoyed. I also really like the boss fights. You had some cool varieties. Like you have these kind of like giant enemies that are, again, they're spreading a lot of bullets and stuff, but the way they make you fight them is actually really cool, and I did appreciate that. Another thing that I liked and didn't like is this game is randomly generated. So let's say I got to the second floor of the dungeon, so I beat the first floor and I went through the 10 areas in it, or 5 to 6, and basically it kind of felt samey, like it was just these kind of dark rooms. Some of them have spikes, some of them have empty floors, and yeah, so it kind of felt on the generic side of that. And other than that, I mean, I really do think the game suffers from having an identity, right? Like when I finished playing this game, right, I wasn't sitting there saying like, I love this and I think of these characters or anything. Like the characters are kind of faceless, the bosses are cool, but they feel kind of whatever. The enemy design is very bland. So what I will say about the game, obviously, because the gameplay is number one here, it is really fun. Like, the game did have that thing where I was sitting there when I died, be like, let me try one more time, right? Or even when I was not dying, I'd be like, let me do another room, and another room, and another room. Like, it has that addictive factor, and that's a good quality for a twin-stick shooter. When you right away say, I want to continue, that's a sign of a good game and good game design. So, really appreciate how the game mechanics work. Again, everything about the game is simple, but it really works. That's what I'll say about it, right? It doesn't do anything to stand out, but it doesn't do anything blatantly wrong. So it's just in the middle of like, it's a good game. And I think if you're looking for a fun twin stick shooter on Switch, I'd recommend it because there isn't that many on the platform either. Overall, I really enjoyed Iron Crypticle. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 stars. And yeah, so check it out if you want it. Stick around here for more reviews and stuff, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.